guys, welcome back. I'm so happy you guys tuned in today because I've been waiting to make this video for quite a while. But the wait is over. The big moment is finally here, as PowerA has sent me over this masterpiece, the Fusion Wireless Pro Controller for Nintendo Switch. Now, we've looked at the Fusion Wireless Pro Controller for PlayStation 4 and the Fusion Wired Pro Controller 2, that is, for the Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X already. And this controller is much of the same, but with a few twists and turns along the way. And this is my number one controller right there. So I am excited to tell you why so, show you all the ins and outs, do a little bit of unboxing, you know the drill. So without further ado, let's dive in. If you're a long-time follower of the channel, it should come as no surprise that I'm a big fan of the Fusion brand by PowerA. They have the most qualitative controllers out there, going head to head with some of the more expensive options on the market. The fight pads, arcade stick, but definitely the wireless pro controllers. This one is no exception, and that too for my favorite platform of choice. Now, the box itself is as heavy and sturdy as they come. Now, just slide it open to unravel the actual case inside there. Here it has some really nice artwork though. I love that. Through and through, we have a little manual. I'm going to take a look at that in just a moment. But first, I just want to go ahead, check out the meat and potatoes. Now, one thing that is common with all three brands, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, is that they come in this hardtop casing. That is just a first sign of a good quality controller out there. Now, in the box, we find several things. The most obvious one that you'll want to see is the controller itself. It has good weight to it. Really happy to see that. And the fit is, as can be expected, wow. Really love those bumpers, triggers. Those are actually better than the wireless or the wired controllers that I've reviewed or tried by PowerA itself. And that's really great. Standard, it comes with that Pro Pack, which you can just take off, slap on the casing, which should be in here, down the bottom. This one, just install that, close it off, open, close, down here. Now it's just a regular controller, you could say, but the button quality and the joystick quality is so much improved over, say, base models. Can't say I really like this though. It leaves finger marks really easily. You see that? A little bit of warm hands, it will show. That's a shame. It has these anti-friction rings. D-pad is really smooth. Oh, silent. Really nice system buttons, just so you can expect. And right there we have the sync button. And here we have the switch toggle between Bluetooth and wireless. So it's set to Bluetooth, that is the wireless option, and the USB option. It's set to Bluetooth so you don't accidentally start emptying your battery. And now let's see. Looks like it doesn't have a charge at the moment. Oh, it does. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong direction right there. There we have the LED Nintendo Switch just turned on. So much for that. Now let's turn this back off. Now that Pro Pack is one thing, just one thing, which makes these controllers so awesome. Right there we have 4 mappable buttons. Instead of the 2 standard buttons that you'll find with the enhanced wired and wireless controllers, now you have 4. And they're placed, I'd say the top 2 are placed very welcomely. The bottom 2 slightly too close to the actual handle. I think it's quite easy to accidentally press that one. That will cause some accidental button press right there. Top ones, exquisite. But then, you can always just take out the ones that you don't need. All customizable, there. And it has the anti-friction patches at the backside. That's really nice. Now, you think that is the entire show? Not quite. No, top right here we have the additional cover. This case a lovely white. Now, to install that can't be any simpler. You just take that off here, by the way. See a little port for a head jack. That's so great. Slap that one on. Now you have a white one. Have to say, note of caution, I did drop it for like 20 centimeters or so, and it has a smudge. You can see it right there. It damages easily, so be careful, guys. I hope you're more careful than I was the first time I actually had a look at it. Another thing is you can just replace these joysticks with the two that also come standard with this controller. So you can just customize it just the way you want to. And there we go. Fresh new look, new joystick, all that. Now, other than that, obviously you need to charge up the controller at some point, and maybe you want to avoid any kind of input lag. You can hook it up for a wired connection. USB-C, that's really nice to see. A braided cable, so that's all good quality stuff there. And that's all for that. And over here we have the little manual. Take that one out. Comes in these Fusion envelopes. We've seen those a few times by now. And there we have the little manual. Nicely laid out. All the individual functions mentioned separately. One more thing that sets this controller apart from its contemporaries, the Xbox and PlayStation Fusion Pro controllers, is the simple fact that Nintendo Switch does not support analog triggers. Those are digital buttons, and as such there are no three-way trigger locks as you find on those other controllers, which makes this a more straight to the point kind of controller. With a simple button press is all that is needed. You don't need that leveling system. Therefore the controller is easier, more straightforward to grasp, very easy in execution, very compact. Actually, I do prefer this one over the others in terms of sheer grip. That is really nice. Now, a controller is meant to be played. I get that. But some people out there, like myself, would like to showcase those things. Yeah, my hobby is showcasing controllers. Really, I'm not sure if that's pathetic or not. But anyways, thing is, I'm a designer, and as a designer at heart, sure, I can store it in this Fusion case, all very nice, and make sure there's no dust flying on top of that thing. But I went out of my way and designed this custom stand for the Fusion Pro controller brand. I made custom designs for the Nintendo Switch controller, the Xbox series, and also the PlayStation. If you like this kind of stuff, if you like the way this looks, you also want to display it on your shelf just the way you're looking at right now, be sure to send me a DM over on Twitter or drop a comment in the section down below, and let's see how we can hook you up with one of these. And ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for today. If you've enjoyed this review, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I will see you next time. Oh, and Happy New Year, guys.